Welcome back to another TPM Tactical video. Today's video is going to be on creating a entity catalog or arsenal from scratch, as opposed to overriding like I did in this previous video, which just puts the RHS gear or modded gear into the vanilla arsenals, being US or USSR. So this one's going to be creating one from scratch and yeah, just making it nice and clean looking, as opposed to everything just getting chucked into the current entity catalogs. Okay, so let's get Reforger tools going. Let's create a new project. Let's call this Arsenal Example. Correct. Okay, so let's go up here into, actually once it's opened up, I always like to close it down again. Just a bit of paranoia, but it seems to work for me. Other times when I've opened it and started doing whatever I need to do, I have issues along the way. Okay, so Arsenal Example, I'm going to right click on this now. So this is the mod I just created, the project I just created, sorry. Right click, I'm going to go open with add-ons. What I want is just RHS status quo. So that's already ticked. Let me just untick anything else. It's RHS, tactical, don't need that. Awesome. So I've just got RHS status quo ticked. Like this will work for any modded gear, but I'm just using RHS for this example. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait for it down here to say that it's pending workshop invites. Yep, it's hit the workshop, it's done its thing. Go up to workbench here, go to options. From here, under say game project dependencies, I'm just going to add in RHS documents, my games, Arma Reforger add-ons, RHS. Where are you? Status quo. Double clicking on or selecting the add-on.g project, and so game project, and hitting open or double click on it. And as you can see, it's now a dependency in here. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to save that. I'm going to close this down and relaunch Arma Reforger tools. So the reason why I'm doing this now is if I was to publish directly to the workshop now, the dependency wouldn't appear there. You basically got to close down, open back up, and then I'll just double click on this now, or click and open, as opposed to last time I right clicked on and open with add-ons. As you can see, the add-on is here now, so that RHS is now a dependency. Okay, so I've got my folder here. What I'm going to do is go into Arma Reforger configs entity catalog. I'm going to go to US. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to right click and override into my mod, my project, purely for the purpose of creating these folders. And now I'm going to delete. Just being lazy, I could go make these folders, but being lazy, work smart, not harder. Okay, so this is now in here. So let me minimize this. Arsenal Example, configs, entity catalog, US. I'm going to right click. I'm going to go, where is it? Create file. I'm going to call this, what was the name of? Just keep the same naming convention. I can't rename. Let me overwrite that. Let me rename. So I'm just doing this to get the name of it. Config file, just to keep the same configuration set up as what BI I've done for their setup. So I call this Blackstone, which is one of the factions I use for my PvP conflict server. Okay, now I'm going to choose a class, so scr_entity catalog, and we're choosing the multi-list. So it's up here now. Now I delete this. So I didn't have to duplicate the original again, I just didn't want to type all this out. Okay, so now I'm going to double click on here. Sweet, we have nothing in here. First thing we're going to do at the top here, entity catalog type, we're going to change this to item. If we look back here, you have all these different ones here. So characters, groups, inventory items. So if we click on the original, see at the top it says item. Click here, it says group, the group entity catalog. So that's the reasoning behind why we're choosing an item. If you see this little star here, that means it's not saved yet. So Control S, and it's now saved. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to add a few of these. Let's go locate RHS. RHS, configs, entity catalog, let's do USMC. Being Blackstone is a US westernized PMC. We'll use USMC gear for this example. And I'm going to double click on this to open up the USMC inventory items.config. See, if you expand this, then the multi-list, expand weapons and then entities, you can see all the current RHS gear that they have in their entity catalog. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and copy. And now I'm going to expand this unknown one. And I'm not, so right click on it and go paste. And as you can see, it's pulled everything across into here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same for the other options here as well. If you do have any questions, feel free to throw them into the comments below, and I'll do my best to be able to answer. If I can't, I'll refer you to maybe someone in the Arma Discord who might be able to help you out. Well, that perfect number. Sweet, I'm just going to hit Control S to save that. Okay, now we have all these items from here, from the USMC inventory items, into our inventory items underscore entity catalog underscore blackstone.config. Okay, what I'm going to do now is weapons here. I'm going to call this RHS USMC. We'll just leave it as weapons. Ammunition. So the reason I'm putting RHS USMC at the front is maybe I'm running, so for example, my conflict PvP server, I have RHS mods, I have WCS mods, and I want to be able to organize things a bit more streamlined, a bit more easy to understand. So then maybe I would have WCS weapons as an example as well. So if I need to add or remove stuff, I know where to look. Just makes it a lot cleaner, a lot easier to troubleshoot and find issues or adding new weapons in. So as you can see again, star up here means it's not saved, so Control S, or you can go workbench and save. Awesome. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually test this arsenal, this entity catalog. So let's create a quick mission. Go in the world editor. Let's load a blank world. Let's load, where's Arlen? Okay, so what I'm looking for here right now is this campaign faction manager. So what we got? US. So US is the faction we currently have in here. Actually, well, by default, when creating conflict, it makes a US, USSR, FIA, and civilian faction. What we're looking for is this here. This item. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to locate my entity catalog. I'm just going to kind of drag it off the screen though. What I'm going to do is click and drag on this config. So I'm click and drag it across onto item, drop it in here, and as you can see, it's now put in all the RHS stuff that I have put into the previous entity catalog, and it says it over here what config it's running. Awesome, let's save that, Control S. Click save. If I did that right, we should be able to hit play. Continue, I'll select US. not linked to anything. Oh, I forgot to do, it doesn't matter for this example. Sweet, let's just make it daytime, a bit easier to see. Compositions. Let's go to system as well. So we'll go in here. Now you see everything. There's all your weapons. Go into a normal arsenal and it has every single item. So it's really that simple. Can make it a lot easier to organize. So maybe you want to add another list. What do we want? Maybe we want, let's get the RHS. Oh, let's put in vanilla USSR. Entity catalog, vanilla USSR, items. Say we want their weapons as well. So right click, copy, go in here, paste. Sweet. Let's just call this USSR weapons, but maybe I want these weapons to come first in the order. So I'll chuck on the top, Control S. Don't need that. That should have automatically updated in here. Where are we? Campaign faction manager. Ah, down here. Factions. Sweet, down to USSR. Ah, sorry, US. Awesome, USSR weapons are in here. As you can see, the weapons are listed there. Okay, let's hit play and confirm that those weapons are now at the top of the order and in the entity catalog or arsenal for the US team. Same principle works for the vehicles, tripods, or whatever else you want to add. Just chuck it in here, quick look. There we go. So they're now at the top of the list. Again, if you want handguns at the top, you can move them to the top. And I'll just show you in the conflict arsenal. Well, I meant to do teleport. Either way. Yep, sweet, they're all at the top there. And then the clothing side, equipment's always normal. Awesome, hopefully that helps you out. Yeah, just if you want to set up nice and neat, a bit easier to troubleshoot, understand, to add more items to, that's how you do it. Anyway, hopefully that all makes sense. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Please like and subscribe. And yeah, if you do have any other tutorials you'd like to see, feel free to send me a DM on Discord or just leave a comment below. Cheers.